Hello my friends, it's Chris here. In this video you're going to learn what you need for hammock camping. Thank you.
It's really nice.
Bon appetit! This is special camping tonight. We are celebrating 1000 subscribers. Yeah! Woo! Cheers! 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 Yoo-hoo! Cheers! Bam! We have 2 hammock tandems and 1 separate hammock. So we have 5 hammocks and 4 tarps. Thank you subscribers for your support. So this over here is Snickers cake. It's homemade and we have piece for you subscriber. Yeah, definitely. So this piece is for you. Enjoy.
It's really nice.
Yummy, yummy, yeah. And by the way, how do you like this frog chorus? It's a nice one. So the first thing I'm going to talk, obviously, it's a tarp. If you want to enjoy real hammock camping, you need a tarp. So this is a very nice example. Why? So tarps for your hammock comes in different shapes. And the most popular is 3 by 3 meter square tarps or 3 by 4. That tarp is actually a little bit smaller, but it's almost 3 by 4 meters. When you are using 3 by 3 meter tarp, you need to use it in flying diamond configuration as this one. Otherwise, your hammock will not fit inside. So this kind of tarp is very nice for nice view, because nothing is blocking your way. But it's less efficient in the winds. If winds are coming from the sides, you better use windsock. So you basically can use this tarp with 1 hammock, really nice. You can also use tandem with this tarp, but you better use 9 or 10 foot hammocks for that one. 11 foot hammocks are too long to use with this tarp in a tandem, because with 11 foot hammocks, your hammocks will be sticking out like this and rain will get you. So use this for 1 hammock. You can definitely use 11 or 12 foot hammock with this one. but I'm suggesting to use it just with the one hammock. And these two tarps are rectangular tarps, 3 by 4 meters, something about that. And these tarps are really nice for hammock tandems. You can use 11 or even 12-foot hammocks for that. As you can see, we are using two 11-foot hammocks underneath one tarp. When you are using this tarp over one hammock, you can use configuration with the doors. So basically, you close up these corners to make doors. That's really nice for winter or windy situations. But like I said, there are also another shapes of tarps you can use. Just check on the market what they have. So basically, idea of tarp, of course, it's rain, then wind, and then warmth. So closer you put your tarp to your hammock, it will be more protection and it will trap more heat inside. If you want to see the beautiful view, you put your tarp a bit higher. And of course, you can use some tracking pole or some branch to make a porch mode like this. It is very nice for stargazing and nice views. And that side where is wind coming from, you can place closer to your hammock. So the second thing you need for hammock camping, this is a bug net. This is very crucial in the bug seasons. Of course, you don't need it in winter or early spring. Without it in summer or autumn, no. You would not enjoy hammock camping. There are also many types of bug nets. Some hammocks have integrated bug nets. For some you need to use external, as this one. And there's also bug nets for tandem systems, like this one from One Wind, and it calls Colossus bug net. The main purpose of bug net, of course, is bugs. But also bug net traps more heat inside. So if you are using it in cold weather without bugs, it still will add few degrees to your sleeping system. So the third thing you need to consider is underquilt protector. This is this layer that keeps your underquilt safe and dry. And also it traps more heat inside and it seals all the gaps on your underquilt. It makes a huge difference, adding few degrees to your sleeping system, as well as block wind from all directions. This is not necessary, you can get away without that, but in my opinion, this is the piece of gear you need to have. Of course, you can use just a plain underquilt, but as you can see, there's the gaps on the ends. And also in heavy rain, you can get some splashes from the mud and moisture on your underquilt. So that's why underquilt protector is a good option to have. It seals gaps on the ends of your underquilt, it traps more heat inside, and it adds few degrees to your sleeping system. And actually, it weighs nothing. And one great tip, if you are using your hammock in the summer just for day hikes, not staying a night in it, you basically can use just this underquilt protector and not using your underquilt. So we've done this whole family for 2 years, no problem. You don't need to bring your 1 kilogram underquilt for day hikes. Just bring this 300 grams underquilt protector and you'll be fine. And I actually was testing it in a day hikes in 14 degrees Celsius, I remember, and it was totally fine. But of course, if you want to sleep a night in it, it will be cold, because there is no insulation in this one, so it looks something like this. So you have just your hammock and just your underquilt protector. That's it, you're good to go. Nice for day hikes. Super light, super simple, no problem. And the thing number 4, of course is under quilts. So this is insulation from the underneath and from the sides. Of course you can use some insulated mat inside your hammock, but you need to use it halfway inflated. And it kind of works in warm weather, but in winter it's so, because it not insulates your sides and it not stays in place. That pad is all over the place actually. Of course there are some double layer hammocks. You can stick your mat between those layers and it works that way. But my suggestion is to get a proper underquilt. Also my insulated mat weighs around 1 kilogram. Also this underquilt weighs around 1 kilogram, so I don't see any point of using insulated mat inside the hammock. Of course, if you are on the budget or you are beginner, use what you have and you will find your way in a hammock camping. A small tip, also you can attach some rectangular shape sleeping bag or some wool blanket or something. It will also work, but not in all situations. My suggestion is to get yourself underquilt. And actually I have a tutorial how to make one. And if you guys want to see that video, check video over there. In my opinion, this is the best option for insulating your hammock. Like I said before, you can use your halfway insulated mattress inside, you can put foam pad inside, but in my opinion, those are not efficient ways to insulate your hammock. Underquilt is most reliable thing. Like I mentioned before, you can make it yourself. So when it comes to underquilt, there's synthetic ones, like this one. This is from One Wind, it calls Flare Underquilt. And there's also with the down filling. Both of them have their cons and pros. Synthetic ones are heavier as down ones, but synthetic ones better deal with moisture. So basically they still work if they are wet. As it goes for down ones, they are much lighter, I would say 2 to 2.5 times lighter, but they're not great if they get wet. And down ones are much more expensive as synthetic ones. Just make sure you use proper rating for your underquilt in conditions you are sleeping in. And the thing number 5 is your insulation from the top. And you can use blankets, sleeping bags or top quilts. My favorite is to use top quilts because they are very easy to use in a hammock. You just stuck your feet inside the food box and cover yourself as with a blanket at home. But like I mentioned before, you can use sleeping bag and also a blanket. They all work perfectly fine. And the thing number 6 is where you're gonna store your gear. There are a few ways you can do it. You can hang your backpack on a hammock, on a carabiner, on your head side or on the foot side. You also can store your gear on the ground. Also, you can store your gear in the bags like this on your ridgeline. Also, you can place some gear inside the hammock. And also there is gear hammocks. That's a small hammock that you place under your hammock or on the side, and you can store your gear inside that. And number 7 is optional but very nice thing to have is windsock. Windsock is excellent for winter or in windy conditions. You're gonna be inside your own environment. This is very good for adding few degrees to your sleeping system and to fight off the breeze. Very nice product. As you can see, it's basically a sock that goes over your hammock. So now it's like a floating tent with the two windows. And from the other side there's also zipper. And it's also very nice option if you are using square tarp, as this one, 3 by 3 meter tarp. So if you are using tarp without doors and it is windy, it is really nice thing to have. For example, over there, that's rectangular tarp. Actually, you can use the tarp in a configuration with the doors. And even if you are using tarp with the doors, like that one, it's still great option for winter to trap more heat inside or in really windy situations. By using windsock, you will feel like in a floating tent. And number 8 is to have a ridgeline on your hammock. In my opinion, it's crucial to have a ridgeline. It is multi-purpose, like for example, it helps you to sit up, like so. But more about ridgeline, that's for another video. So basically, just wait a bit and I will make a video about it. Girl. This is very important. When you are using your hammock in the rain, it is better if you make loops like this from paracord. I would say 2 to 3. So if it rains hard, you need more of them. But normally 2 or 3 will do. Because rain is hitting on this strap and then it travels down to your hammock. And of course, carabiners also break that flow. But anyways, I'm suggesting to put 1 or 2 of these loops on your straps. It's very simple to make. So basically, you make loop like this from paracord with a knot on end. And then you place it on your strap, feed it through itself and tighten it like this. And for strong rain, make few of them. That's it for this video. I hope you learned something, maybe it was entertaining. As usual, stay safe, leave no trace, be good to other people and get out to the nature. So see you on the next one. Peace!